A very good evening. You're watching DD News Kohima with me, Sinti Runla. I'll look at our top stories first. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and UK PM Starmer discusses trade, technology and security during Starmer's first India visit. 6th edition of Global FinTech Fest begins in Mumbai today. India and Australia deepen strategic alignment during Defence Ministers' dialogue. NLA Speaker Sharingain Longkumar encourages sportspersons to look beyond competition, viewing sports as a means of safeguarding health, relieving stress and nurturing holistic growth. Now the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his United Kingdom counterpart Keir Starmer today held a wide-ranging talks including technology, defence, artificial intelligence, sustainable development, renewable energy and others. A delegation-level talk was held between the two leaders in Mumbai. Addressing a joint press briefing with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer in Mumbai this afternoon, PM Modi said both the nations are committed to global stability and economic progress. Highlighting the importance of India-United Kingdom Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, PM Modi said it will create a new job opportunities for youth and expand trade between the two nations. He said the presence of the business delegation to India made the visit even more special and illustrated the strong potential of India-UK ties. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said that India and UK are building a modern partnership focused on the future. Calling the India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement a breakthrough moment, Starmer said slashing tariffs and increasing access to each other's markets will drive growth and create job avenues. Later, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the CEO forum alongside his UK counterpart Keir Starmer.
Are going to discuss the opportunities presented by the India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, CETA. And of course, after this CEO forum, the two leaders will head to participate in the 6th edition of the Global FinTech Fest in Mumbai. So along with the talks that have happened, bilateral talks, there were key announcements made, and one of the areas was education. So Prime Minister Modi announced 9 UK universities will open their campuses in India. So right now on your screens, these are the vice-chancellors of these 9 UK universities that are set to open campuses in India.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi said today's India is one of the most technologically inclusive. PM Modi was speaking at the Global FinTech Fest 2025 in Mumbai, where he is participating with his British counterpart Keir Starmer. He said India's FinTech prowess is creating global recognition and India is witnessing 20 billion transactions worth rupees 25 lakh crore through UPI every month. As the mother of democracy, India has witnessed democratization of technology in the last decade and now it is one of the most technologically inclusive societies, Modi added. The event brought together innovators, policymakers, central bankers, regulators, investors, academicians and industry leaders from around the world. A plethora of ancillary activities such as workshops, hackathons, investment pitches, fintech awards and numerous networking events are also designed to turn the conference into a unique mix of insights and exposure to cutting-edge technology. The 3-day event is being held at Mumbai's Geo World Centre with an expected footfall of over 1 lakh and participation of over 7,500 companies.
Namaskar. Mumbai. Prime Minister, we were honoured to host you in the United Kingdom just a few short months ago in July, and I'm honoured now, just as you were, to be here making that return visit because we are doing something remarkable together. We're taking this incredible partnership between our two nations and redefining it.
Meanwhile, India and Australia have inked key defence agreements during the visit of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to Australia. The key defence agreements were signed in the presence of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Australia's Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Richard Marles. Rajnath Singh held talks with his counterpart Richard Marles in Canberra. Both the leaders reviewed the full spectrum of India-Australia defence cooperation, including defence industry, cyber defence, maritime security and regional challenges. They reaffirmed the importance of the comprehensive strategic partnership. On a social media post, Rajnath Singh highlighted the rapid growth of India's defence industry and India's growing stature as a credible source of high-quality defence tech globally. Both leaders discussed the potential for deeper defence industry partnerships between India and Australia. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also thanked Australia for its steadfast support on cross-border terrorism and shared regional stability. He added both nations will deepen cooperation for a free, open and resilient Indo-Pacific. Australia's Defence Minister Richard Marles said the newly signed defence agreement with India is a hugely significant step in strengthening the operational partnership between the two nations' armed forces. Addressing the 120th annual session of the PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry PHDCCI at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi, Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare and Rural Development Shivraj Singh Chauhan said that the Indian ethos of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, continues to guide the country's approach to global development. This spirit of universal goodwill defines our civilization. It is not a philosophy of selfishness but of collective well-being, Chauhan said. He praised the Chamber's proactive role in supporting India's development agenda. The minister also urged industry support for the government's proposal on one nation, one election, noting that synchronized elections will enhance administrative efficiency and policy continuity.
मैं आज आपके इस मंच से ये कहने का साहस कर रहा हूं कि भौतिकता की अग्नि में दग्ध विश्व मानवता को शाश्वत शांति के पथ का दिग्दर्शन अगर कोई कराएगा तो भारत कराएगा। आज नहीं तो कल ये होगा। और प्रधानमंत्री श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में एक शक्तिशाली भारत, आत्मनिर्भर भारत, विकसित भारत, और विकसित भारत अगर बनाना है तो उसमें से हम में से हर एक को अपनी भूमिका का निर्वाह करना पड़ेगा।
And this time now for a short break. Please stay with us.
Let's go practice.
अरे रुक यार, मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में गलत एंट्री का प्रॉब्लम हो गया।
अरे तो बैंक को कंप्लेन करना।
बैंक को लिखे 1 महीना हो गया है, बट वो गूगली पे गूगली डाले जा रहा है।
तो आरबीआई के लोकपाल को इन्फॉर्म करो।
रुक, मैं समझाता हूँ। जैसे क्रिकेट में थर्ड अंपायर, वैसे ही आरबीआई का ओम्बुड्समैन। आरबीआई कहता है अगर बैंक आपकी कंप्लेंट को 1 महीने में नहीं सुलझाता तो आप आरबीआई के कंप्लेंट मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम पर ऑनलाइन कंप्लेंट कर सकते हैं। ये आरबीआई का आसान तरीका है आपकी कंप्लेंट सुलझाने का, और वो भी फ्री।
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. India has exposed Pakistan's record of oppression and propaganda in the United Nations. Delivering India's national statement at the United Nations General Assembly, BJP MP PP Chaudhary highlighted Pakistan's habitual misuse of UN platforms, bombing on its own population and brutally suppressing protests. He reminded the global community that even Pakistan's army chief has described the country as a dump truck, exposing the rot within its governance. He said India will continue to stand as a trusted partner of the Global South and the United Nations. State-level launch of Tobacco Free Youth Campaign 3.0, organized by the National Tobacco Control Program (NTCP) under the Department of Health and Family Welfare Nagaland, was held at Baptist College, Kohima today. In line with its commitment to tobacco control and the vision of a tobacco-free generation, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, has institutionalized the Tobacco Free Youth Campaign as an annual national initiative since 2023. The campaign aims to educate and empower young people across the country to resist or quit tobacco use. Commissioner and Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Anup Khinchi, IAS, officially launched the Tobacco Free Youth Campaign 3.0. In his address, he described the launch as both timely and strategic, citing the high burden of tobacco use among both adults and children in Nagaland. He called for a shift from isolated interventions to a system-wide approach. He also administered anti-tobacco pledge, reaffirming the collective commitment. Dr. Maranila Sanlam, Principal Director, Directorate of Health and Family Welfare, delivered a keynote address. And a cultural exchange program as a prelude to the 50 years of Kohima Lotha Hoho was organized at Arsemba Chotsama yesterday, with participation from all the Naga tribes under the theme Integrating Cultures for Common Good, aimed to recreate the mosaic dynamism of ancestral traditional cultural heritage. Speaking as the special guest, Advisor for School Education and SCERT Nagaland, Kekrilhule Yome, said that due to the political situation of the Nagas, people perhaps have failed to understand each other's distinctive characteristics and to recognize their different identities. He urged that we should recognize each other's differences and not suppress differences in identities and have to rethink about how to go ahead. Earlier, Advisor for Agriculture, Mathang Yantan, stated that Kohima Lotha Hoho has stood as a guardian of cultural identity, a voice of the people and a partner in the journey of community building. He extended gratitude to Kohima Lotha Hoho for conceiving the idea of the cultural exchange program and for organizing it by inviting all the Naga tribes of Kohima, noting that the initiative is not only about bringing the tribes together but also fostering stronger relationships and deepening the bonds of unity among the citizens of Kohima. The second session of the event was followed by cultural regal presented by all the different tribes exhibiting their diverse cultures. The 8th edition of the Niathu Sports Festival 2025, organized by the Niathu Group with Chief Host, Chief Minister Dr. Nipyu Rio, was inaugurated today at the Plaza Zone, Niathu, Chumuketima. Honored guest Chakrovole Suro, Olympian, founding member and president of the Nagaland Archery Association, was present alongside Sharingain Longkoma, Speaker of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, who was the special guest. Declaring the festival opening, Sharingain Longkoma highlighted the transformative power of sports in fostering camaraderie, discipline and teamwork while emphasizing its evolving relevance in today's digital era. He reflected on how the simplicity of earlier generations has been replaced by the pressures of a fast-paced, hyper-connected world, leading to rising stress and lifestyle-related health issues. He noted that prolonged sedentary habits among professionals, particularly government officers and elected representatives, contribute to various ailments and urged everyone to adopt sports as a personal remedy for physical fitness and mental well-being. He concluded by encouraging participants to look beyond competition, viewing sports as a means of safeguarding health, relieving stress and nurturing holistic growth. The program also featured a special number by Colored Keys, oath taking led by Wutsuto, District Sports Officer Chumuketima, and closing remarks by Abu Mehta, Festival Advisor.
It's very important in building up camaraderie, teamwork, in conditioning our own physical our own.
And now a look at the weather reports across Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. Zinebuto had a maximum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius. Phek had a maximum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And before we close, a quick look at the top stories once more. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and UK PM Starmer discusses trade, technology and security during Starmer's first India visit. 6th edition of Global FinTech Fest begins in Mumbai today. India and Australia deepen strategic alignment during Defence Ministers' dialogue. NLA Speaker Sharingain Longkoma encourages sportspersons to look beyond competition, viewing sports as a means of safeguarding health, relieving stress and nurturing holistic growth. And that's a wrap for tonight. Thanks for watching.